So good morning, all of you. Now come for our AES algorithm, okay, advanced encryption standard. This one of the algorithm that I have explained you uh, in last 2 days. Okay, so that we have already explained what's the algorithm, and then again we have executed one examples on this. Now, come for that's how you can implement this program. Okay, so this is a program that I have already given to you on Moodle. You just you have to copy that program. So there you can find the two program, that is AES server and then AES Java. Okay, so this is the text visible to you, all of you. So just tell me, because of from your side I don't know whether it is visible this text or not, because of I have enlarged it somewhat. If they is not visible, then again I have to enlarge it. Okay, okay, Pragna said is correct now. Now mm, go for the next one. Yes, okay, Devani also said it's good. Okay, no problem. Now come for just you have to open these two programs. Means whenever you are going to start, suppose you are going to start at the first time in uh, NetBeans. Okay, so that time you have to select the file and go to the new project. Okay, in the new project, simple you have to select this Java application first and name it over here Java application. Okay. Now, once you put this Java application here, I have put this test Java, and this in test Java again here the default package are coming. So by default package, in default package, go to means that right click, go to the new file, and here you have to find the Java class. Okay, in a Java class, just enter the class name. Means what? Which is the class name? Suppose that I need the AES. See here. Just have to put the highlighter. Okay. Now this is my AES algorithm. Okay. So that name of my class name also AES. So here you have to provide the class name. Okay. That is my AES class name. So that you have to remember. Then only that's executed. Suppose you have enter any Java file over here and your name of the first class is AES. So it's going to show the error. This is a simple one. Okay. Now same things you have to follow. That is the same things you have to follow for what? AES server also. See, suppose I have put the underscore AES underscore server. So you have to again put the AES underscore server as a class name and then put the finish button. Okay. And then enter this finish button over here. Now just I have implemented over here. Okay. So I have to proceed for the next one then. So suppose you have to put on the ES. So see the name of my class. Okay. So here also the AES class. Got it? So that you must have to remember which is the class names that you have to call. Okay. Now proceed for the next one then. So first of all, I will explain the AES algorithm. So these are the import that you have to import first the java.io.data input stream, data output stream, because of you are going to consider the what stream is what the text file means that is the string. Suppose you are going to consider the string, so that time you have to input the strings. Okay, then exception, the socket, because of I have to connect these files to the server, so that what I need to use the net.socket as a my package. Now go for the unknown host exception, no such algorithm exception. Okay, secure random and base. So these are the files that you have to import. Again, the Java X crypto spec IV and spec secret key specification. So these are the files that you have to import. Now go for how you can start with the first the class AES is my class name. So here you have to consider any string. So that I have considered 127.0.0.1. Okay, so this is my server string and then port. Okay, so here you have to use the public final static string and then the publish static final int port 8088. Got it? So here also I have written. So what is the value that you need to provide? Now, so this program in the Java crypto, it uses, see here what I written uses uh, ready-made AES implementations. Okay, so that in examination also, so that user maybe say some modification ES implementation in exam, some external may not allow such implementations. Why? Because of they need some different values. What they need in examination, suppose this is a port that I have taken. Okay, that have used this java.crypto package. Okay, this program uses this package. Because of that package content, that all implementation, that the program that you have implemented it, correct? Now suppose you want to modify it. Okay, so that time you don't have to use this package. Wait for some. Prabhakar, you are attending the first time this lecture? Prabhakar Mane. Prabhakar.
Hello, sir. हाँ सर.
This is the first time you are attending the lecture?
No sir.
So how many?
कालच अटेंड झालं नव्हतं, याच्या अगोदर झालेलं होतं सर.
हो, याच्या अगोदर किती लेक्चर अटेंड केलेत?
2 लेक्चर अटेंड केले सर.
Only 2?
हो.
Till now I have completed 24 lectures.
Yes sir.
Do you have a Moodle account?
Yes sir.
What is your user ID?
105. BCom 105.
BCom 105. You have implement that SDES algorithm program, previous one?
First 2 practical implemented.
First 2 practical implemented. You have uploaded that write-up program and output on the Moodle?
Write-up uploading, sir.
Write-up. Only write-up. What about the program? Don't wait much time. Why you are uploaded only the write-up? So today is the last date. Those who have not uploaded their program, I have already told you, you have to upload the write-up, program and output. So then and then only I understand here whether you are implementing it or not.
Yes, sir, uploaded.
Okay, so today you have to upload. Today is the last date. I am not going to explain the date now.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Now, so go for the next one in the comment that I have already given. Okay, so just the encryption that I have take one plain text. Okay, so I already told you this algorithm, advanced encryption standard algorithm, so that the plain text as in one string you have to consider, and the string I have considered this the value B computer engineer. Okay, so that I'm going to convert to the ciphertext, and that ciphertext sent to the server, and server again encrypt it and reply with the plain text to the client. So this AES is considered as on the client, means that is the sender, and then server is the receiver. Once that receive, that again going to convert to the plain text and then send back to you. So this is a complete program. This is a complete transaction. Okay, means this is the sender side and then comes to the receiver side. Okay, so plain text. So that I have taken the socket server. Okay, so just one message connected with this. Okay, and go for the data input stream and then output stream. So here I have considered directly out and in is my object, and generate key. So see here I have taken this ES key. So I have already told you that the key must be having 128 bit for my plain text, 128 bit key as in my key also, and my ciphertext also 128 bits. So that's why I have taken here 128 bit, and that directly going to generate this class. Okay, so key generator, just I have passed this whatever may be the key generator value 128 over here. Got it? Now go for the next one then. So here the vector generation, see the initialization of vector. So here I have already told you, so that I have considered the 16 what? The 4 by 4 16 array. This is the array, okay, that I have told you. So that is the array contain how many? The 4 words. So the 4 words having each word having how many bits? So that's having a 32 bits. So total become 128 bits. So this is my 4 by 4 what? Matrix that I have already told you in the example. Okay. So now, so that I have read this one by one bytes, and that bytes I have transfer. See, okay, to ciphertext, whatever the text that I have given, and that come to the plain text. Now, once I have read this plain text, so what is this? The one functions is there. So cipher string. So base 64 get encoder means what? That I'm going to encoding directly over here. Okay. So in program that so what the Ganesh gently what you want to tell? Just Ganesh put out your mic on and then tell me. Yes. Here store the string. Here I'm going to store the string. That's why it's 16 bytes. Got it?
हो सर बट एक्झाम्पल मध्ये तो मल्टी डायमेन्शनल टाइप घेतलेला ना रिप्रेझेंट करायला म्हणून विचारलं.
2 dimensional घेतला आपण. Yeah. So that's the 2 dimensional I have taken. But here we have to consider as an 1 byte because of I am reading this entire words. Word, how many? 4 words are there. Okay. And that you have to start with the bytes. Means see, suppose the word 1, this is my word 1. Okay. And that I have taken the bytes is what? 16 bytes. Means 0, 0. So yes, 0 I have start. Means 0 bytes, word 1. Okay. Then go for 1 bytes, word 2. This is my first row. Second, and this all the row that have extend from 1, 2, 3 up to the 16. So that I have converted this 2-dimensional array to the single dimensional array. Understood? Means I am storing this all what? 4 by 4. Yes, 2-dimensional array, but I can store the values in single dimensional array because of I have having how many values here? 16. So that's why I have put this 16 bytes. Understood? So you can convert the 2-dimensional array to the single dimensional array. Now, go for the next one then. Here, once I have converted from plain text to this ciphertext, so see here encrypted text are comes to my output. See this one. This is my encrypted text. Means what? This is my ciphertext CT. This become my output body. Now, again, what I have told you, so that you have to again use the symmetric key as in my input. Now convert this to again. Okay. So encoded this key to my plain text. Okay. So see, so that I put the exception handling over here. Now that encrypt class comes in encrypt class again. I have taken this get instance and that AES, whatever the AES value that I have put again my secret key. Okay. Now once I have put the secret key, then IP parameters I have taken. That's my matrix. Then here
दीक्षित आहे का नाव त्याचं?
Which one? कोणतं sir? Hello. MK sir. I think sir has joined but By default name, I think sir join. Okay. Now, so where we are. Okay. Then same method that I have used for encrypt. Okay. So that's you have to follow for the decrypt in reverse order. Okay. So see my decryption class. Okay. So this is for my client side. Okay. Encryption then decryption. So what is in the server side? So that's you have to start the server first. What I told. So here the port. See, whenever I'm going to start here, the server I have told this is a port must be started. Suppose I'm going to execute this program directly, so that shows the error because of they need first this server must be start and this port must be open. Now then come for the server side program. Here I have start with the server port 8088, and then that I am waiting from the client. So that's again I have put this message waiting from the client whether these messages are coming or not. Once this message come from the in and out, so that I have take the input stream. Okay. Then that I have used the key. See here also that the key I have going to convert from encrypt to the decrypt. So symmetric key encoded and received ciphertext. So that ciphertext again the decrypted text are here. Okay. Now, so for starting this program, that you have to execute the server first. Okay, so just I have to just right click and run the program. See, waiting for the connection. Is it visible to all? This waiting for the connection, and then you have to start your client. That is your run the client program. So that is #2. Okay, so see. So this is my plain text message, the computer. Is it visible to all? This is my plain text message. Okay, that I have converted to the encrypted means my ciphertext message, and then this is my key, symmetric key. So that I'm going to pass from client to server, and then come to the client side. Okay, so once I have sent, okay, this symmetric key over here, so that became decrypted over here. Is it? See the output. Once I have put this plain text converted to the encrypted text ciphertext, and this is my symmetric key that I have sent, and this symmetric key suppose I have sent from the sender side to the receiver, and this is my receiver side that received this key, and from this key, so this is my ciphertext. Again this ciphertext convert to my plain text, so that is called as the decrypted text. That is the plain text. So likewise you have to execute this program. So is there any question while executing this program? Yes, Snehal. Yes, anyone? Do you have any question? So that you may execute on Moodle, sorry, on Windows also, or on Ubuntu also, or on the Fedora also. Okay, it's very simple. Directly you can execute it. Okay. Now then come for again I have executed our next program, so that I have to explain it. So here I have already copied it. So our Diffie-Hellman algorithm. So just have to open it. So that is I'm going to close it. So because of you understood it, so don't get the confused. Okay? So define algorithm. So that's how to start. It is even open. So here also the one server and the client. So I will execute the program and then I will show you how you are going to perform this program. Okay. So that is the define Hillman algorithm. Okay. So here I have already told you this is the asymmetric key. So here I am going to extend the key. Okay. So that is my public key and private key. From that I have find out any one key. So that the key is my secret key. From public key and private key, I am going to find out my secret key, and that secret key I'm going to send from my sender side to the receiver side. And then once this both the keys from server side to the receiver side is equal, if that keys are equal, then and then only your message are going to transfer correctly. Okay. So Miss here I have using this algorithm for asymmetric encryption. Okay. And this is for the exchange of the key. Now see what is the program for this. So this execution of this program, that again I will to explain you how you can execute it, and then how you can debug it, and then any one example you can take. That example again we are going to solve it. Okay. So here also you have considered the server and the client. So define Hillman algorithm. So first of all, I have to tell you the client side. In a client side, what you can consider here again, that just have to put the line. So here data input stream, output stream, I expression, big integer and one socket net you can consider here, and unknown host exception and until scanner. So these are the values you can consider, and see the name that I have already told you. Whenever you are going to start with the class name that you have considered here same, define Hillman client. So I can start here, just right click over here and then add the class. So here see, this is all the classes that are already added. Now, right now, these are the two classes are only open. Okay. So go for the next one, how you can start it. So once I have taken this, the socket you can take this one, static socket and then scanner socket. Here the main string for public static void main. So here you can throw the exception. Here I have considered PZ and A. Okay. So this is for my private key and this is my public key. So these are the two prime numbers you have considered by default. So two large prime numbers. Okay. So this is my public key that you can consider and select any private key. Okay. Now, once you have started, there is the same things you have considered over here for the socket. So 127.0.0.1. Okay. So that's the 8088 port. Now, once you consider this port that you have to connect with the socket. Okay. Here data input stream, data output stream. Just scroll it down. Okay. Then enter the prime number. Okay. So here I have to enter first my prime number is my public key and this is my private key. Okay. So another one prime number. So from this, okay, from this I am going to generate. I am going to generate my what secret key. So this is my two public prime numbers. Now proceed for the next in the comment that I have written all these things. See, okay. Select random private key. Okay, by using this INT math random +1. Okay, and here private key once I have generated. Okay, so go for generated the key next values. Okay, now received the data from the server. Okay, that you have to consider. Okay, okay, so socket here you have to close. Now come for the server side. Okay, in a server side that waiting for the port that message you have to show. Then accept the connections. Once I have sent the message, that is the what prime numbers. that received over here. Okay. Only I am going to exchange the key. So here I am not going to put any message because of here message is not going to encrypt and decrypt. Okay, means plain text to ciphertext messages are not. Only I am going to exchange the keys are there. So that's why here I have considered the keys. See my P and G. These are the keys that I have received from the public key sites, and that I have again converted to the randomly. Here comes to the downward direction. See here public key that I have considered, and then comes to secret key. So this is the secret key must be the same for both the sides, for my sender side and receiver side. Okay. So see how you can execute this program. So this is the program again you can execute by first the server side and then client. So just have to run this program. Okay. So waiting for the connections to the port means what? That my server is started now. Now go for then client. Here just right click over here and run file. Okay. So enter first prime number. Suppose I have entered the first prime number is my 11. Okay. And second prime number is my 7 that I'm going to enter. So from this, so they are going to calculate the secret key. Okay. So the private key 1 at random that they have generated, and then generated the 7 as in my secret key. Okay. And received the data from the server 7 and then secret key 7. Okay. This key is the 7 secret key. Whether this is received from the receiver side. Okay. Yes. That's again the received. See. The first I have started the server. This is the text run 1. This is the my server and this is my client. Okay. So #2 is always your client and #1 means that is not the number given over here, but this is your server. So received the value 11 and 7. So that they have converted the public key 7 and then the private key 1 they have got, and that secret key must be the 7 that's equal. So which one is the key that you have sent from the sender and the receiver? So that will be the equal. Now again I'm going to execute. Just have to close this. Okay. Any other number I have considered is larger. Already they are told that you can consider the larger prime number. Okay. So suppose any larger prime number I have considered. Just have to run the client also. Okay, this is my numbers. Second, I have considered any number. So 1, 4 times 7. Okay. So see. So what are the keys that I have generated? So that is my the key or secret key. Okay. So if you want to tell me any numbers, so from your side again you can tell. So that I again going to put over here. Okay. So first of all, I have to start the server. Then I have to start with the client. So can anyone tell me the numbers so that I can enter over here? Snehal, Tanmay, tell me any large prime numbers. So that I can put as in my input. Yes. Do you have any number in your mind? Yes, tell me about. Don't sit only stand. So we have taken one prime number 1009. or suppose anyone 983, suppose is my number. Here I have taken 109 is the larger one. Okay. So see the transactions they are performing over here. That is the private key become 1, and then this is the 26 is generated key, and then from this the secret key is the 26. Whether it is the same key appear over here? Yes, this is the same key appear on client side also and server side also. Okay. So is there any question? Just I executed it. Now then we'll start how you can implement this algorithm is in the examination, and how can solve the example on this. Okay. So yesterday just we have started this algorithm. And now today we are going to execute it. Wait, I am joining with the screen for explanation point of view. Is it audible to you? Okay. So just have to share. This is how to stop.